You want to see that man first?
No. No, I'll do it at the end. Are we on the record? Good morning. I'm going to ask everyone to put their mute on until I call your case. My name's Tony Gonzalez. I'm the judge of the Robstown Municipal Court. Today's date is Wednesday, July 14th, 2021. We are on the record. That means that everything here is being recorded. We are also live on YouTube, and these hearings are being conducted via Zoom. I want to thank y'all for being here today. Today's hearings are it's the arraignment docket, which means you're here for the first time to answer to your violation. We also may have some individuals here on the show cause docket. That means that you've already entered a plea of guilty or no contest, and you've been ordered to pay a fine and court costs, and now you're here to ask the court to do something else. So before I go any further, is there anybody here that does not speak English? Okay. With regards to the arraignment docket, let me tell you how that's going to work. I'm going to call your name. When I call your name, I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. I'm going to swear you in. After I swear you in, I'm going to let you know what you're being charged with. You have three choices. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. A plea of guilty and a plea of no contest are essentially the same thing, in that I will find you guilty and then move on to the punishment portion of your case. The only difference between the two is that when you plead no contest, what you're telling the court is that you're not contesting the charges. You're not saying you did it. You're not saying you didn't do it. You're just not contesting it. When does this come into play? Well, sometimes there may be a civil case that comes about because of those violations. For instance, you get cited for not traveling on a safe speed and you're involved in an accident. Well, you have a criminal case, which is this case, and then you may have a civil case where you get sued for the accident in civil court. If you plead no contest, they cannot use that plea in the civil case. If you plead guilty, they can, okay? So if you plead guilty or not guilty, we will then go to the punishment portion of the case, and that's where I assess fines and court costs. There's a number of things I can do. If you qualify, I can put you on what's called deferred disposition. That's a type of probation that if you do what I ask you to do and you pay what I ask you to pay, the case gets dismissed. There's also the driving safety course program. If I feel you qualify for that program, I can put you on that program. That's a 90-day program where you take a driving safety course, you maintain valid insurance, you bring me a copy of your driving record from DPS at the end of the 90 days, and the case gets dismissed. Or I can just issue a straight up conviction. And in some cases, I have no choice but to do that. If you've got a CDL, that's one of the cases where there's very little I can do. If you are unable to pay your fines or court costs, or you don't have the ability at this time to pay fines and court costs, there are alternative means to payment. If you find yourself in that situation, you can request an application from the court where I will assess whether you are indigent under the law. If you are indigent, then there's a number of things I can do. I can place you on an extended payment plan. I can order community service, or I can do a combination of those things. So the point is that there are alternative means to meeting your financial obligations. If you plead not guilty, which is your absolute right, your case will then be set for pretrial and, if need be, a trial. At pretrial, there will be a prosecutor present who represents the state of Texas. They're the ones bringing the charges against you. You will have the opportunity to speak to that prosecutor. If you feel you have a valid defense or a valid excuse, this is the time to discuss it with the prosecutor. The prosecutor can recommend a plea agreement, which I then have to approve. He has the ability to dismiss a case if he feels that the case warrants it. The point being, at pretrial, that is the best opportunity to get your case resolved. If you are unable to resolve your case at pretrial, then you will be given a trial date. You will either have a trial in front of a jury of 6 of your peers, or you will have a trial in front of the judge, which would be me. The choice is going to be yours. Okay. There are consequences beyond this court that I have no control over. For example, if you were charged with no insurance, you could be subject to a surcharge from the state of Texas if you plead not guilty, if you plead guilty or no contest and you get an ultimate conviction. If you have a question whether your charge is subject to one of these surcharges, I strongly recommend you consult an attorney. If you are not a citizen of the United States, a plea of guilty or no contest and a conviction could affect your status in this country. Once again, I would strongly recommend that you consult an attorney prior to entering your plea. Okay. Let me let you know some of the rights that you have. Okay. These are all Class C misdemeanors. The fines in these cases normally do not exceed $500. You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right to a trial by jury, and you can have a trial before the court, which is me. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will not be appointed to you because there is no chance of jail time in these cases. But an attorney could help you understand the law, can help you understand procedure, and make decisions regarding your case. If you choose to go forward without a lawyer, I will have no choice but to hold you to the same standards as if you were an attorney. You also have the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You do not have to testify in your case against yourself. It is the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. As you sit there today, you are innocent until proven guilty. Does everyone understand these rights?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead. Any questions before I go forward? Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place everybody back into the waiting room, and I'm going to take you out one by one, and we'll go from there. Sir, what's your name? Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Fernando Contreras.
Fernando Contreras.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Contreras, court calls cause number 210-600-1448, State of Texas versus Fernando Contreras. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Contreras, you are charged with the offense of having an open container in a motor vehicle on or about June 24th, 2021 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of this charge?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand it?
Yes, sir.
As to the charge of having an open container on or about June 24th, 2021 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
The court will accept your plea of guilty on this charge. And any other priors, Natalie? Okay. All right, Mr. Contreras, my clerk's telling me this is the first time you've been in our court.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna order, it's gonna be 90 days pretrial diversion. It's called deferred disposition. It's gonna be a fine of $209.90, cost of $76, for a total of $285.90. By when can you pay this, Mr. Contreras?
Can I give like half next Friday? And yeah, because I didn't work this whole last week because of the weather. But next Friday, I could give like the half, and then the other Friday I'll give the other half.
Okay. All right. Where do you live, Mr. Contreras?
In Robstown.
Okay. I need you to come by the court either by the end of today or by tomorrow so you can sign off on the paperwork.
Could I sign it like by email, or because right now I'm working out of town?
Okay. How do we do that? Hold on real quick.
Yes, sir.
So you have an address out of Laredo. You live in Robstown. So
What's your address here in Robstown?
It's the Rancho de Luna Apartments, but I think it's US 77. It's on the freeway, right next to it.
But do you get mail there?
No, I don't get mail on there.
No, he does not. So do you get your mail at the Laredo address?
Cause my mom lives there, but she changed address. She just moved like 2 weeks ago from that house.
Okay, so give me the apartment number that you live in.
1922.
okay. So you can email us a written plea, copy of guilty, and then a copy of his driver's license.
Okay, the way it's gonna work, since you're out of town, Mr. Contreras, you can email us where you say you plead guilty,
Yes, sir.
and then we need a copy of your driver's license.
I just have a ID. Oh, well, it's like suspended or
Okay, well, whatever you have, send us a copy of that.
all right. Well, how do I email? How do I send an email to you guys?
Okay, I'm gonna have you call the court and they'll tell you what to do, okay? Do you
All
have
right.
a phone number? It should be on the ticket that you received.
Mhm. Oh yes, yes.
Okay,
I called him.
yeah, you call them when you hang up here with me, okay?
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and excuse you.
All right.
Oh, before I excuse you, let me have a phone number for you, Mr. Contreras.
Oh yes, sir. It's 956
Okay,
308 2518.
okay, thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you.
2518. Huh? I didn't what?
Make them do the alcohol report.
No. Okay, let me see here, because. If you can unmute your mic, I would appreciate it. You need to take your microphone off of mute. There you go.
But I can't see nobody.
And that's fine.
Okay.
Ms. Silvera, so long as I can hear you.
Okay.
I already saw it was you.
Yes.
So I'm going to call your case. Court calls cause number 210. 2106001469, State of Texas versus Mildred Silvera. Ms. Silvera, can you please raise your right hand?
I have it up.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, you can put your hand down.
Okay.
Ms. Silvera, you are charged with the offense of assault, family violence, alleged to have occurred on or about, let me see here, June 13th, 2021 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of that charge?
No, sir. Not no family violence. No.
Okay, hold on real quick because there's a
Okay.
thing I need to read to you. I don't know what it is. That's what they charged me with. Where is my admonishments?
Hello.
Here, there's something that I
Oh,
read to you. and I'm just getting it together, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Okay. Before accepting a plea of guilty or no contest, I have to let you know the following. If you are convicted of a misdemeanor offense involving violence where you are or were a spouse, intimate partner, parent, or guardian of the victim, or are or were involved in another similar relationship with the victim, it may be unlawful for you to possess or purchase a firearm, including a handgun, long gun, or any ammunition pursuant to federal law under 18 U.S.C. Section 922 G9 or Section 46.04B of the Texas Penal Code. If you have any questions whether these laws make it illegal for you to access or purchase a firearm, you should consult an attorney. Okay. So I had to read that to you.
Okay.
Now I'm going to let you know. I'm going to ask you how do you plead? Okay, Ms. Silvera. So
Okay.
to the charge of assault, contact, family violence alleged to have occurred on June 13, 2021 against a Francis Herrera, where you are accused of pushing her. As to that charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Not guilty.
Okay. I will accept your plea of not guilty. Now, Ms. Silvera, if you need to have a trial on this matter, do you want to have a trial before the judge or a trial before the jury?
The judge.
Okay. And let me just confirm a couple of things, Ms. Silvera. Are you still at 630 Wright, apartment 515?
Yes, sir.
And can you give me your phone number, please?
Okay, my phone is off. I'm using this one. It's 361
Okay.
510 1678.
361-510-1678.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what's going to happen next, Ms. Silvera? You're going to get a notice in the mail of a pretrial date.
Okay.
And it'll more than likely be the way we're doing it here today, but there will be a prosecutor present that you will be able to speak to.
Okay.
Okay. And you live here in Robstown, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if at some point today or at the latest tomorrow, you can come by the Robstown Municipal Court so you can sign off on your plea paperwork.
Okay, I sure will.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, she may have a defense lawyer. Mr. Garcia, if you can take off your mute.
Judge, excuse me, Judge.
Yes, sir.
It's Gracia, Judge. Gracia.
Oh, Gracia, I'm sorry. You know what? And they have Gracia on here. I'm sorry. I'm not wearing my glasses, so.
No worries, Judge. No worries.
Okay, court calls cause number 2106001-456, State of Texas versus Martin Gracia Jr. Mr. Gracia, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Mr. Gracia, you are charged with the offense of having an open container in your vehicle alleged to have occurred on or about June 25th, 2021 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of that charge?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand it?
I understand. Yes, sir.
As to the charge of having an open container on or about June 25th, 2021 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
No contest, John.
The court will accept your plea of no contest. Any other prior open containers in this case? My clerk tells me you have no other prior open containers in my court. I'm gonna place you on 90 days deferred disposition. That means if you do what I ask you to do and pay what I ask you to pay, the case gets dismissed, okay?
Yes, yes, sir.
It's gonna be a fine of $209.90, cost of $76, for a total of $285. When can you pay this, Mr. Gracia?
Judge, can I have some sort of a payment plan, Judge?
Well, this is, we can go up to 30 days normally. If I place you on the 90 days, I can give you 90 days to pay this.
I'll take the 30 days, Judge, please.
You want to have it paid in, you want to pay it in 30 days?
Within 30 days, yes, sir.
Okay, so that's gonna put it at, it's not a driving, it's not a moving violation.
I have a CD. Would that affect my license?
I was
Judge?
telling my clerk, this is not a moving violation, so I can't put, I can place you on deferred.
Thank you, thank you.
We'll give you to August 13th.
August the 13th. Okay.
And you know what? I'm just gonna make sure, Mr. Gracia, I'm pretty sure I'm right on the deferred that I can give it to you, but I just want to make sure, okay?
Okay, okay.
Hold on real quick.
I know my assistant's right now telling me that you don't have any priors. I'm gonna go ahead and defer. Of course, you have to come here to me because you have that.
Give me the reloj. And my girlfriend.
Watch, nice watch, my girlfriend.
My girlfriend.
My girlfriend.
My girlfriend.
There's my boyfriend buy me watch for a ring. Motherfucker stingy.
He's like in Todd's. I can still see you. I can still see you.
Mr. Gracia.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna keep you on deferred disposition. You know, the way I see it, it's not a moving violation. It doesn't regard. It's not in regards to control of your vehicle.
Thank you.
So
Judge, excuse me, Judge. What was the grand total court cost and everything, Judge? Grand total.
$285.90,
Okay.
and it'll be due by August 13th, 2021.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Understood.
I need you to come by the court either today or tomorrow, Mr. Gracia,
Yes.
to sign off on the paperwork.
Yes, sir. I
And let me have the phone
I-
number for you, Mr. Gracia.
a phone number from me?
Yes, sir.
361-933-7512.
All right. Thank you, sir.
I can swing by there in a little while, Judge.
Okay, that'll work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we concluded?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Morning. Can I have your full name, please?
Lucero Martinez.
Okay. Now, tell me a little bit about this one. This is the animal control.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go ahead and call the case. Court calls cause number 210-7001470, State of Texas versus Lucero Martinez. Ms. Martinez, please raise your right hand. Oh, we have two of them, I'm sorry. And cause number 210-7001471. I'm sorry, three of them. And 210-7001472. Ms. Martinez, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Ms. Martinez, you are charged with 3 violations. The 3 violations are each for failure to vaccinate an animal for rabies. That's what I imagine. These are alleged to have occurred on July 1st, 2021 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. And basically they're saying at the time you didn't have proof of the rabies vaccination. Are you aware of these charges?
Yes.
And do you understand them?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go one by one, Ms. Martinez. As to the charge in cause number 210-7001470, failing to vaccinate an animal for rabies alleged to have occurred on July 1st, 2021 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead?
No contact.
No contest?
Yeah.
Did she submit copies of the?
Yeah, she's got something here. Ms. Martinez, before you go any further, what did you submit to the court? Did you go afterwards and get them?
Well, the dog pound guy told me to go like on around the 12th or the 13th, because then I would be put in the system, so that way I can show y'all that I had went to go get them vaccinated already.
Okay, so you got them vaccinated after you got the citations, right?
Yeah, I had told him that that I had them, but I just didn't have like the papers on me. So
I got you. Is there a compliance dismissal on these? But what's the charge?
I can't put it on this computer.
I want to make sure. It's 20? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and, because you've submitted proof, I'm going to,
yeah.
compliance dismissals on these, it's going to be $20 for each one. Instead of $191 for each one.
And when will I be able to pay that?
When can you pay it?
Well, I get paid tomorrow. I can make a payment tomorrow.
Yeah, if you can come by tomorrow, that would be good, okay?
Okay.
So we're gonna put down $20 compliance dismissal, okay?
Okay.
On each one of these. And
Sure.
let me just have a phone number for you, Ms. Martinez.
It's 361-426-3822.
Okay. Will you pay all of it tomorrow, or how much you gonna pay tomorrow?
You said it's 20 each, so like 60 some. I could pay it all tomorrow.
$60, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss you, and we'll see you here tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Natalie, I have 3 minors.
Sorry. Sorry.
Okay, hold on real quick. You are Arissa Sarate?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
17.
Okay. What's your date of birth, Arissa?
8/14/03.
Okay. All right. Court calls cause numbers 2106001430, 1431, 1432, and 1433. State of Texas versus Arissa Sarate. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Sarate, you are charged with the offenses of speeding 66 miles in a 30-mile-per-hour zone, driving with no driver's license, failing to have insurance, and having an expired registration. These are all alleged to have occurred on or about June 23rd, 2021 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of these charges?
Yes, sir.
You understand them?
Yes.
Okay, before I go any further, tell me what's going on with your driver's license?
I don't have my license. I have my permit. I just didn't have it with me.
You have a permit?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and is a condition of that permit that you have somebody with you that is a licensed driver?
Yes, sir.
Was somebody with you?
No.
Okay, as to the charge of speeding 66 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone on or about June 23rd, 2021 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead?
Hold on. What are the 3 choices again?
Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
As to the charge of having no driver's license alleged to have occurred on the same date, June 23rd, 2021, in Robson, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead?
No contest.
As to the charge of having no insurance alleged to have occurred on the same date, how do you plead?
Not guilty. I have a picture of the insurance. I just didn't have it with me because it wasn't my car.
On the no driver's license, you may want to, since you're going to have to speak to the prosecutor anyway on the no insurance, you may want to plead not guilty to that one and show him your permit and see what he says.
Okay.
Do you want to change it to not guilty?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and Ms. Arate, since you're going to have to speak to the prosecutor, you may want to plead not guilty to all of them and see what you can resolve with him.
Yes, sir.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty to, oh, on the expired registration, do you also want to plead not guilty to that?
No, because that one I don't have the sticker.
Did you
But
go,
I don't have it with, but I could see. Or actually, you could just put all of them not guilty, and I'll figure it out on that day.
okay, then I'm gonna have you, I'm gonna put you down not guilty for all of them. If you have to have a trial, do you want it before me or before a jury?
Before you.
Okay, then I'm gonna accept your plea of not guilty on all these, and we'll set it up for pretrial. And let me have a good phone number for you, Ms. Arate.
361
Okay,
683 1514.
and are you still at 2604 County Road 67?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Mr. Arate, you'll receive a notice in the mail regarding your pretrial, okay? Oh, but you need to come into the court either today or tomorrow to sign off on the paperwork.
Today I'm actually away on vacation right now. I'm not coming back until Thursday, tomorrow.
Okay, so as long as you come in tomorrow or by Friday.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, and if you want, you can call the court and you can do it via email and they'll tell you how to do it.
All righty.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Which one's 14, Natalie? I'll figure it out here. Okay. Mr. Squires, you want to unmute your mic? Okay. Is your mom there with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you put her in the picture, please?
You don't have to leave. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
Can I have your name, please, for the record?
Jacqueline Squires.
Okay, Ms. Squires. Now, we sent you this parent obligation form,
Yes.
and you signed off on that. Is that correct?
Yes.
And that's your signature on there?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Squires, I'm going to have you raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Mr. Squires, you are charged with the offense of speeding 76 miles per hour in a 60-mile-per-hour zone alleged to have occurred on or about July 5th, 2021 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of that charge?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand it?
Yes, sir.
As to the charge of speeding 76 miles per hour in a 60-mile-per-hour zone on or about July 5th, 2021 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
No contest.
No contest?
Yes, sir.
The court will accept your plea of no contest. What's the situation with your license, Mr. Squires?
As in,
Excuse me?
What do you mean? I'm sorry.
He does have a license?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good. You have any other, have you had any other speeding tickets this year?
I had one.
When was that?
It was February 14th of this year. It was, it wasn't it was uncontrolled speed, I guess is what they called it.
Okay, and what was the outcome of that ticket?
We paid it. He paid it.
Okay, did he get deferred disposition? Did
He asked and we could never get them to respond to us. That was in Jim Wells County, right? It was the county.
Yeah, because it was at the phone.
Mhm.
Okay, well, I'm gonna place him on 90 days deferred disposition.
Is he able to take defensive driving?
That's, the only reason I'm not considering it right now is because he did get that ticket back in February.
Right.
It's one of those deals that with this deferred deal, he's still going to have to do the driving safety course program.
Mhm.
You know what? He wasn't given that chance in Jim Wells, so I'll give him the chance.
Thank you so much.
I'll let him do the driving safety course program. That's a 90-day program. You got to do the driving safety course program. Within that 90-day period, present me with a proof that you took the program. It'll be a certificate, proof that you maintain valid insurance within that 90-day period, and a certified copy of his driving record from DPS.
Okay.
The cost, what is it, Natalie?
The car cost is $134 and $10 administration. So it's all of $144.
The total cost is going to be $144. That needs to be paid today at the latest tomorrow.
Okay. And he can just come in.
Yeah, we don't have a discretion on that. By law, the day that you order the program is the day it has to be paid.
Okay.
So if you can come in to the court either today or tomorrow,
Okay.
we can get this going, okay?
All right.
All right, Mr. Squires, let me have a phone number for you, please.
361-207-0216.
0216?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Squires, I'm giving you a chance here. No more speeding tickets.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, when you come in, make sure you have your driver's license and proof of insurance.
Yes, sir.
All right, any questions?
Yes, sir.
No.
All righty, y'all have a good,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Mr. Esquivel is next. No. Yeah. Can you please unmute your microphone?
Yes.
Okay. Is this Ezekiel Medina?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Is your parent there with you?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to see them in the screen.
Okay, Grandma. Ven. Tú cómo ver.
210-700.
Tú cómo ver. Tienes que estar aquí.
Good morning.
Morning.
You're the legal guardian of Ezekiel?
Yes.
What's that? You're Antonia.
Yes. I need to speak Spanish.
¿Usted se llama Antonia Rodríguez?
Sí. Sí.
Okay. Y usted, usted por ley tiene derechos sobre de Ezekiel.
Sí.
Okay. All right. Ezekiel, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. You can put your hand down. Ezekiel, you are charged with 2 violations, disregarding a stop sign and having no driver's license. Both of these are alleged to have occurred on or about June 29th, 2021 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of these charges?
Yes.
And do you understand them?
Yes.
Okay, as to the charge of, we'll go vote one by one, okay?
All right.
As to the charge of disregarding a stop sign on or about June 29, 2021 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
That's correct.
How do you plead, Ezekiel?
Well, guilty.
Guilty?
Yes.
And as to the charge of no driver's license on the same date, how do you plead?
Also guilty.
The court will accept your plea of guilty on both charges.
Yes.
What's the situation with your driver's license, Ezekiel?
I don't have one yet. I was gonna start going to the driving everything here in Robson, but I haven't gone yet. But I
So
had
why were you driving that day?
because I don't know, I was just like, I want to go to the store and no one was home and I saw the keys and I was like, nothing's gonna happen. I'll just go and come and that happened.
So you didn't have permission to be driving that day, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, you know, you can't be driving without a driver's license.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. I'm gonna accept your plea of guilty on both charges. I'm gonna place you on 90 days, what's called deferred disposition. The fine on the disregarding a stop sign is $168. Cost is $150 for a total of $318. On the no driver's license, the fine is $125, cost of $97 for a total of $222. Total is $3. Hold on, Ezekiel. $540. Señora Rodríguez, ¿usted entiende lo que le está diciendo a Ezekiel?
Nomás un poquito, pero no mucho.
Le estoy explicando, él se dio culpable y las multas para estos dos cargos son $540.
540.
Sí, y para mí, Ezekiel no tiene ese dinero. Ezekiel, you don't have that kind of money, do you?
No, not right now.
Okay. And it wouldn't be fair for grandma to pay that either, right?
No.
That's right. Right? Because she didn't do this. You did it.
Yeah.
Now you understand there's consequences, right? I mean, you did this.
Yep.
But, you know, the way the law is written, you know, grandma would have to pay for these fines and court costs.
Yeah.
Okay. What grade are you in, Ezekiel?
Freshman.
You're a freshman?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to Robstown?
Yeah.
You work here? I mean, you live here in Robstown?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything we can have them do here? No. Can we do it? Yeah. Okay, Ezekiel, what I'm gonna do is, instead of doing the fine and the cost, I'm gonna have you do community service,
Okay.
okay? I'm gonna have you do community service. You just need to come by the court by tomorrow. And we're gonna tell you what you're gonna need to do,
All right.
What time?
okay?
Around what time do I go?
We open up at 8:30, so if you can be here, give us a little bit of time, about 10.
All right.
Señora Rodríguez, lo que le estoy explicando a Ezekiel es que no es justo que usted debería pagar esta multa porque él no tenía permiso de andar en ese coche, ¿no?
Sí.
So, en vez de pagar dinero, Ezekiel va a venir a trabajar unas horas para que él puede entender la importancia de estas cosas. ¿Me entiende?
Sí. Ajá.
¿Y usted está de acuerdo con eso?
Sí.
Okay. All right, Ezekiel, let me have a phone number for you.
361-695-6826.
And you're still at 413 Jefferson Avenue?
That's right.
Okay. All right, we'll see you here tomorrow, Ezekiel.
Okay.
¿De qué horas a qué horas? ¿De 8:30?
No, todavía así es.
No, mañana, nada más que venga mañana a las 10 y le vamos a explicar lo que va a hacer y las horas que va a hacer, ¿ok?
Okay.
Okay, gracias.
Okay.
Thank you.
Gracias.
You're welcome. Natalie, on this one, I don't know, do I do the waiver of fine and court costs or we do the community service documents, right?
Do you want to zero out the fines and one we'll just do the court costs and pay the court costs with community service?
Yeah, so we'll do the fine zero, right?
Yeah. So the disregard stop sign will cut down to 150, so court costs. And then 97. Okay, you're gonna place them on the agent, right?
Mm-hmm.
For what, 90 days?
90 days.
Can you sign this? I just. He's here.
Okay, you want to go ahead and bring the gentleman that's in the,
Yes.
I'll unlock it.
So if the amount is 150 and 97, It's 247, right?
Go and have a seat, Mr. Esquivel. The fine, or the amount times 0.08 divided by 2.
So it'll be like 10 hours.
Okay.
So on the release form, you probably want him to sign in the grandma next to it.
Mhm.
And 10 hours is like not enough.
Yeah, but if he's washing cars,
Yeah, I'll call to,
somebody else was saying that we needed.
but I'm coming from thinking he would have to do it here only because of his age.
I prefer he be here.
Yeah, and because we can afford more than him if he's able then.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I go ahead and call this case?
Go ahead.
Okay, court calls cause number 210-600-1272, State of Texas versus Jorge Luis Esquivel. Mr. Esquivel, can you please stand up and raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, you can put your hand down. Mr. Esquivel, you are charged with the offense of open container. Before I go forward, I need to let you know certain rights that you have, okay? These are Class C misdemeanors with fines that normally do not exceed $500. You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right to a trial by jury. You can have a trial before the court, which is me. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will not be appointed to you because there's no chance of jail time in these cases. But a lawyer could help you understand the law, can help you understand procedure, and can help you make decisions regarding your case. If you choose to go forward without a lawyer, I have no choice but to hold you to the same standards as if you were an attorney. You also have the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You do not have to testify in your case against yourself. It is the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. As you stand there today, you are innocent until proven guilty. It is their job to prove each and every element of the case beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand this? Okay. Also, Mr. Esquivel, it's important to note that if I order a fine and court costs and you are unable to meet that financial obligation, there are alternative means to payment. You would need to request an application from the court. You would fill it out, turn it in. We would set you up for what's called an indigency hearing. If I determined that, in fact, you meet the standards required by law, I could place you on a payment plan, an extended payment plan, or community service, or a combination of those things, okay? Also, it's important to note that if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest and a finding of guilt could affect your status in the United States. Also, there may be surcharges related to this charge that is beyond my control. And if you have any questions whether this charge is one of those, I would strongly suggest you consult a lawyer. Okay. That being said, before I go forward, do you have any questions? Okay, Mr. Esquivel. Once again, you are charged with the offense of open container alleged to have occurred on or about June 7, 2021 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. You're aware of that charge, correct? And you understand it. as to the charge of open container on or about June 7th, 2021 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead? Not guilty? Guilty, okay. Okay, the court will accept your plea of guilty. Any priors, Natalie? Okay. Okay, Mr. Esquivel, I'm going to place you on 90 days deferred disposition. All that means is that if you do what I ask you to do and pay what I have to ask you to pay in 90 days, the case will get dismissed, okay? It's going to be a fine of $209.90, cost of $76 for a total of $285.90. By when do you think you can pay this, Mr. Esquivel? So long as it's paid by the end of the 90 days, can you do that? Yes, sir. Okay. Well, let me ask you, the $76, when's the soonest you can get us that? Tomorrow? Okay, so we'll have that due by tomorrow. Then the rest of it will be due at the end of the 90-day period, which will be, Natalie? October 12th. Okay? And from here, if you'll just go to the front windows so you can sign off on the documents. Any questions before I let you go? Okay, thank you, Mr. Esquivel. The time is 11:08 and we are off the record.